Hi, everyone, and welcome. I would like to leverage the next hour to talk about accelerating customer success impact with Totango. I'm Ravi Danino, and I'm running products at Totango, and I'm welcoming all of you to listen for us for the next 60 minutes. At the end of the session, there will be a quick poll of questions that we'll appreciate if you will spend some time on in order to make sure that we can learn from this session and leverage those learnings for the next webinar. On the bottom part of the screen, you have an area to post your questions. If you have any during the session, please post them there, and I'll be happy to address those either at the end of the session or by the CSM going forward. I would like to cover this morning a few items. I would like to start by a quick recap for 2018, then to talk a little bit about our strategy for 2019 and where we're heading, and drill down specifically for the deliverables for the next 90 days. So at the beginning of 2018, we have released Spark, that was focused on getting to your results, not only on activities. Whatever activity you have been doing in Totango is always connected to one of the results you have defined. You can now clearly leverage the success blocks and see those results as part of this, of the scorecard of each success block that we are sharing. Spark introduced the concept of different success blocks, which are customer success modules. You can define them by yourself, or you can leverage Totango best practices that can be found on our website, www.totango.com. Each success block is a modular unit of value that can be easily scaled later on to the rest of the organization and can show the engagement for different phases of the life cycle of your customers. Onboarding success block or adoption success block, you can create each one of those to represent the different engagements that you have for your customers within those success blocks. Spark have introduced additional qualities and goodies to you as our customers. There are many things in Spark besides success blocks that are now available. A lot of capabilities around the scorecard, many capabilities around the ability to manage the life cycle of the customer and understand exactly what the status of the customer and what is the stage in which he is engaging with us, getting some more value from segments and being able to work within the segments view and make sure that whatever data you would like to capture, you can do it on the fly using Totango, as well as a lot of customization capabilities that you have. I will not drill down to all the goodies that Totango Spark enabled you to do, but I really hope that all of you already got leverage and used Totango Spark. And if not, I encourage you to engage with your CSM or go to Totango website and find all the data in regards to Totango Spark and how it can help you achieve your company results. In addition to Totango Spark, we did a lot of investment around Totango Shield to enable you protect your own data. Totango Shield is focusing on many areas that will make sure that at the end of the day, all the data that is captured within Totango is secure, authorized, and whoever want to use it needs to authenticate first of all and will able to leverage the data according to its permissions. We started with GDPR to make sure that Totango is fully compliant with GDPR. We continued with additional capabilities around roles and permission and more around single sign-on and automated data retention policies. You will see all of them in Totango knowledge base. I will not drill down to each one of them right now, but you can either get the data there or by reaching your CSM. And more on this area, we have invested in our core data platform to make sure you will be able to get even more data into Totango and leverage it to engage with your customers accordingly. This came to reality by additional capabilities around the ability to define virtual collections in Totango that will enable you bring data to Totango and query the system based on that, or additional capabilities in our integration hub that will help you bring data from external system and store that in Totango in order to take that as part of your customer success platform. Lastly, for 2018, we started our journey with automated system intelligence. There are many capabilities in Totango that already provide you today with automated system intelligence that we are even not aware of. That just happens behind the scene. But this year, we added also an additional capabilities to enable you to understand whether the success plays that you have defined to your customer success managers towards your customers are actually effective. Each success play will get, as you can see over here, the different reception lines, which is sort of a grade for each success play. You will be able to understand which success play is actually effective and continue leverage it, and which success play as a company you need to make sure that you are improving in order to get more as part of it. Success plays algorithm behind the scene look on two main areas. One of them is productivity. Was the success play tasks were completed on time? Where all tasks were completed? How many people actually completed the task? This is in regards to productivity. And the other aspect the success plays are looking at is impact. Analyze the effect of the completed task on the health of the account and whether it really helped to increase health of a specific account and affect the completed task of renewal or upsell. Each one of the success plays is being evaluated behind the scene by our AI mechanism, taking into account productivity and impact in order to make sure that you will know better how to utilize those success plays and which success plays are the ones that you should improve going forward. So that's covering a very, very high level 2018. And if you would like to get more details on many of the features that we have released in 2018, please reach out to your CSM or go to Totango knowledge base where you will be able to find all the data on those features. Looking ahead to 2019 and what are we interested to achieve there? First of all, Totango is focusing on customer-centered economy. In a digital world where the customer is in the driver's seat, we enable companies to center around their customers in order to achieve and to increase customer growth. We enable companies to operationalize around the data that we have in Totango. The main thing that we were focusing on starting this year is accelerating time to value. Totango Spark proved itself to be the most effective platform to get a quick value. The adoption of Spark methodology demonstrated its value in a very short time. Every customer that started to use Totango Spark managed to define his methodology and the company best practices very quickly using Spark Success Block. And lastly, Totango Spark enabled the biggest customer success implementation in the world within 6 months. We managed to define all the success blocks and the different engagements needs within 6 months for the biggest customer success implementation, leveraging the value of Success Block. We started this journey at the beginning of 2018, and we continue to drive it in 2019 as well. Totango Spark is the future of customer success, and we would like to make sure that whatever we are doing this year will be focusing and helping you achieve that. The main 4 themes that we would like to focus on for 2019 are, first of all, accelerate value at scale. We know that we want to focus on results, but we would like to make sure that you will be able to achieve those results at scale. We know that we want to make sure that you will get those results faster. So we want to help you to accelerate time to results. Leverage data model to make sure all the data that is relevant for customer success will be stored in Totango and you will be able to execute upon it. And lastly, we would like to make sure we accelerate learning. Whatever you have learned, whatever your data already proves, we would like to leverage that and make sure our customers will be able to behave better in the future leveraging this data. So the first thing that we are doing is we are enabling you to make sure that any company standardization will be something that we will support in Totango. Starting with the ability to customize your support cases. So support systems today are either internal system that you have in your company, or you would like to send the customers to a different website that is out there for customer success. You can now customize the link in Totango for the support area. In addition, when you're working with campaigns and you have customers that would like to unsubscribe from campaigns or resubscribe from campaigns, as well as the footer within the campaign itself, you would like to make sure that those meet the specific standardization and the specific templates that you have in your organization. We are now giving you the power to configure all of it within Totango. Another area that we invested a lot this year is making sure that the company hierarchy will be specifically presented in Totango. Imagine that you have an organization with few levels of management, and you would like to make sure this will be presented within Totango user model, so you will be able to see for each user who is his manager, and then create the different success teams based on this hierarchy. We have customers that are using the structure of success team to present different geographies. So one success team for the US and another success team for Europe. We have customers that are using success teams in order to present different type of customers that they are working with them. High touch versus low touch, which makes a lot of sense because the engagement model with those type of customers is different. And we have customers that actually would like to create success teams based on the hierarchy of their organization. If I am managing 5 CSMs, this is the success team that I would like to see in Totango, and my control and ownership is on the account that those CSMs own. So leveraging the hierarchy in order to create success team is something that we are planning to release in the next few weeks. This will enable you segment your customers according to their hierarchy and being able to say, for example, give me all the direct reports of Ravit as part of this engagement, and create that as a success team. More capabilities around collaboration and productivity will be found around our asset support. We already have the ability in Totango to present assets for specific accounts or within a success blocks. Those assets can be either specific documents for an account, or in the case of success blocks, different best practices that the company would like to share or different templates. We know that many of our customers are using either Google Drive or OneDrive to store their assets. We would like to make sure they will be able to create links to those repositories from Totango and very quickly have access from Totango for those related documents. So the ability to connect OneDrive assets or Google Drive assets to Totango success blocks and Totango account profile will be there in the next few weeks. Around our data model, we talked a lot about how do we help you to secure your data. One of the things that we learned is that there are many organizations that would like to define specific sets of data as sensitive data. This type of data should not be exposed to specific people in your organization and should be exposed only to very relevant people based on their role, either in the account or based on their role within the hierarchy. We enable you now to define any type of data as a sensitive data. This includes account attributes, user attributes, custom metrics, hierarchy roll-up, and collections. Every piece of data that you now store in Totango, you can define as sensitive, which means it will be exposed only according to the rules you are defining. In addition, around our data, we would like to make sure that the data that is represented in Totango is always the right one. And if this is data that gets into Totango from an external system, you do not want to give the users the ability to change it. It won't reflect the real value. You want to make sure that this data will be presented as a read-only attribute. So we are now giving you the ability to do so as well. Around scale management, we talked about how do we move to the enterprise and how do we ensure enterprise and scale and more scale around Totango capabilities. The first item that will be introduced around that is the ability to copy success blocks to different teams. Imagine an organization that have a team that is responsible for methodology. How do I engage with customers? Onboarding methodology, adoption methodology, and renewal methodology. This organization can now define those success blocks within the methodology team, and then once it's ready and approved, he can actually copy this methodology to each one of the other teams that needs to fulfill these engagement processes. Those teams will be able to follow this methodology right away and will get the exact same updates that the methodology team has defined. They will follow the exact same processes that were defined by the methodology team. This will enable you manage at scale the engagement processes. In addition, we will enable you to manage at scale users. So now you have the ability to provision, unprovision, reassign tasks for users that left the company, and you would like to make sure none of their assets will be deleted. You will now have the option to do so. And lastly, when you're creating success teams, instead of doing that manually for one team and later to the next one, you will now have the ability to copy and to bulk create success teams for the whole organization. Additional capabilities around the data model will be some more value around the integration hub. Imagine that you have lots of data that you would like to upload to Totango, and this is something that your sales operation or customer success operation prefer to do during the night. They will do that, and once they're either a failure or a success, they will be able to get right away an execution reporting. What was the end result of this upload? Was it successful? Was it a failure? And more than that, this will enable you to activate a flow or a workflow as a result of that. So if one of the upload was failing, you can trigger another upload automatically after that. If one of the uploads was successful and you want to trigger some other events that will happen as a follow-up of that, you will be able to do that using the execution reporting mechanism that we are providing. In addition, we would like to make sure that your experience once using the integration hub will be better. So we are adding additional capabilities and usability features around that as well. One thing that we know customers would like to do is streamline the process, making sure that whatever data is being collected in one phase will be handled and will be able to fulfill the needs of the next steps. We would like to make sure that goals and timelines of a customer are easily communicated among the company. We would like to make sure that this has been done through a very specific standardization that is consistent and always happening, so the CS team will be able to deliver at the end of the day a great value. Take, for example, a situation where a sales manager signed on a deal. He engaged with the account. During the sales process, he already learned what are the goals of this account. In Totango case, why did he bought Totango? What does he want to achieve? What are the different milestones that he have in mind? Who are the key people that are part of this engagement? The salesperson already knows that. We need to make sure that this data will be very clear and in the hands of the CS, so the customer success manager will be able to deliver later greater value. Will be able to deliver on those goals and on those timelines without asking the customer everything again. We want to make sure that this data will be digitized into Totango, will be visible to everyone in the company, and as a team, we will be able to deliver on customer expectation as those were discussed as part of the engagement process. And lastly, we would like to make sure that after you enabled collaboration and codified the engagement process using Success Block, you will have an easier way for your customer success manager to consume this data and to execute upon it, taking into account the priorities, the work that they have, and the different tasks that they need to do. All of this to enable them to focus on what matters and drive for the right value faster with Totango Spark to your customers. Lastly, around AI, we would like to help you understand what's the best health profile that you have and how you can optimize it even more to make sure it helps you predict correctly churn or renewal. What we will do as part of our AI work is we will understand which elements have the most influence on churn, for example. And based on that, our AI algorithm will understand how you should include those attributes as part of the poor health criteria in the health profile. Same will be done in order to understand which attributes influence the most renewal and upsell, and how to leverage those in order to create the right health profile for good health. There are two outcomes that we would like our AI model to deliver. One is the ability to recommend to you and your company which criteria should be configured and should be taken into account as part of good or poor health functionality. And in addition, some out-of-the-box indicators that will provide you visibility to the effectiveness of the current health profile that you have. This will enable you making sure that whatever you're defining in Totango will have the right data and will actually enable you to predict what is a good health versus bad health. So looking on what we are trying to achieve and what we will achieve in the next few months, we would like to help you accelerate learning and make sure that whatever you are doing in Totango will help you later on to make your processes better and to make sure that you engage with your customers in a better way. In addition, I would like to make sure that leveraging the Success Blocks methodology, you will have very quick feedback cycle that will lead you to very fast results. We all want to make sure that we will accelerate time for results and we will get value faster. How can you learn more on what we're doing and on all the items that I shared in this webinar? You can join our product channel in Slack if you haven't done so till now. Just send an email to your CSM and we will make sure that you are there. You can read more in Totango blog on each one of the upcoming features. The last Totango blog was posted this morning and you can see the link here at the end of this list. This blog is talk on the value of Spark and what will happen at the end of February. I believe all of you already saw all the emails that we sent on cutting off the user interface of Customer Success Center and moving all users to Totango Spark. I hope you all had a chance till this point to experience the value of Totango Spark and experience the new interface. But if you haven't done so, I believe this is the time. And again, the CSMs or the product team are here to help you. In our knowledge base articles, you can find additional data in the release notes on each one of the features that were already released. And lastly, I'll be holding those webinars on a quarterly basis, so you will be able to get additional data. And last but not least, you can always either contact your CSM or just email product@totango.com, and we will be happy to answer any question or help clarify specific things. With that, I would like to thank you for your time, and please help us by answering the short poll of questions that will be just provided in a few minutes. I hope this webinar was helpful and you got some visibility to what is our plan for 2019. And if you need any further details, please feel free to send us any questions. Thank you.